Hello, SWAT students and families. This is the official communication for reopening SWAT, which I am super excited to share with you all. Thank you for your patience during this time as we try and respond to coronavirus. We also thank you so much for your faithfulness to watching our online videos, being a part of Zoom meetings, and just staying close as a church family online during this time. But we are excited to now be moving beyond quarantine and beyond being at home, and we are going to begin meeting in person. And so this video is really meant to just explain our process, how we made decisions, and then what the final plan is. And it's hopefully going to answer most of your questions, but again, if you have any questions at the end of this video or after reading through an email that will be going out and also reading through what is posted on social media, you can always contact me. My contact information will be at the end of this video. So first, what have we been doing for the past few weeks, and what has our decision making process been? Well, over the last few weeks, we've had elders, staff, and ministry leaders meet together in order to create a unified plan. That's really been our overall goal here, is that across those three groups, elders, staff, and ministry volunteers, that we would be unified and that we would all be willing to participate in the plan moving forward. And so I'm very thankful that that has happened with the plan that we'll be sharing today. Not only that, but we also have been making decisions based off of what the current COVID numbers are showing in our local counties, including Calumet, Winnebago, and Outagamie counties. We will continue to monitor those numbers closely, and it's really helping us assess risk and also seeing where there might be any increase in cases, things like that we might need to be just in the know about. We've also consulted with medical professionals in order to hear their opinions and in order to see what their recommendations are. And so with all of that being said, we really are aligning with what you may have heard in our congregational communication that went out for Calvary Bible Church. And what they shared is that we're going to be gradually turning the dial to reopen rather than flipping a switch. And so what does that mean? That means that we have developed a plan that is going to be executed in a number of phases. And so we have a 3-phase plan that I'd like to share with you today. And again, on social media and email, you will be receiving a PDF form of this plan, and it'll also be outlined clearly in email. So we have a 3-phase plan. The first phase is starting up right away. It's going to happen this coming Wednesday. That's June 10th. Wednesday, June 10th, which I'm so excited about. So we are going to begin meeting in person, outdoors, this Wednesday on June 10th. Where are we going to meet? Well, we're going to meet where SWAT has typically met in the previous summers. We're going to be meeting at Smith Park in Menasha. We're going to be meeting at the same time as C-Team, our middle school youth group. So we're going to first begin meeting from 7 to 8 p.m. It's going to be a little bit shorter of a time to begin, but as we go through each phase, we're building trust, we're staying healthy, and we are gradually getting back to really a new normal of ministry together. So we're going to meet from 7 to 8. We realize that parents may need to drop students off at C-Team locations. And so because of that, we will have a buffer time both before and after that you can bring your students. Feel free to bring your students 15 minutes early and pick them up 15 minutes late if you are trying to carpool and get students to various locations and pick them up. So we hope that is helpful, and definitely let us know if you need more time and we can have leaders come earlier or stay later. Another thing is SWAT is going to meet in outdoors rain or shine, unless there's some kind of severe weather. So if there's a chance of rain, but it's not incredibly strong storms, expect for SWAT to happen. There is a very large pavilion at Smith Park that we will meet at, and that is where we'll meet if it rains. If there is some kind of severe weather or major storm that is predicted, we will let you know. On social media, via email, we'll make it clear that SWAT is canceled. And now that we have, this great technology with Zoom videos, we may even, if it's canceled, we might just schedule a Zoom meeting for our SWAT group. So that's pretty cool. So what is it really going to look like from 7 to 8? What's going to happen? So the students, you guys are going to come to Smith Park. We are encouraging you all to bring your own lawn chair. This is to help with some basic social distancing so that we're not all on top of each other on picnic tables, because it can get pretty crammed. But instead, we are going to use much more of the pavilion than we typically have. Normally, we've used about a third of it. We're now going to have the band, and we're going to have the speaker in the center of the pavilion. And then we're going to have everybody in lawn chairs kind of spaced around inside the pavilion. And if the group gets too large, we'll space, we'll have people outside of the pavilion as well. But this first phase is going to be focused. It's going to have a little bit of social distancing. It's only going to be 1 hour. And we are going to focus on worshiping together and learning together from God's word. And so we won't be doing any minimal contact sports right away. So no ultimate frisbee. But we will have time to socialize, and we will have time. You can do any kind of non-contact sport before or after, things like that. So if you want to bring a frisbee to throw around, or if you want to bring spike ball, something like that, as long as we are not really coming in contact with each other a lot for this first phase, that is what we're going to be looking for. But really, for that hour we're meeting, we're getting together, we're catching up, we're singing together, and we are going to hear a message as well. We realize that there are going to be some students that aren't yet able to attend because either they or their families might be at risk. And so we are going to continue videos with a spiritually focused message for anyone who's not able to attend. And so we hope that's a blessing to you, and we look forward to when you can attend again, but we absolutely understand if there's any reasons you can't attend. Also, with this phase and even future phases, we are asking that only healthy people come to SWAT. If you have had any kind of illness, any kind of fever, if you have had illness or fever in your family, and yet you don't have it yet, we are asking that you make the wise decision to stay home. Things will go much smoother if we can maintain a healthy youth group. And so we encourage families and students to make to really evaluate your family, to see who have you been in contact with. Is there any risk that you could be bringing to our SWAT youth group that you could prevent? And so again, healthy students, healthy families only should be attending youth group during this first phase, and even moving forward for the future. So, but that's really our first phase. We're not going to have any special events or retreats during this first phase, and it's likely that this first phase will last a couple of weeks, maybe even a month. You have heard that Calvary Bible Church is opening on June 28th as far as Sunday services go. And so we see that as a possible time to move forward into the second phase. Also, one last thing with the first phase. We are going to continue Bible studies throughout the summer. This is going to be through all the phases that I mentioned today, but we're going to continue Bible studies. They are going to now become in person at leaders' homes, and I will be posting the dates and the locations when those are available. But the first in-person Bible study is going to be on June 14th, Sunday, June 14th, at our typical Bible study time, which is 6 o'clock to 8:30, and it will be outdoors at a leader's house. So you can look forward to that, guys. with guys Bible study and then also ladies Bible study as well. And we'll continue that now. It won't be every Sunday. It's now going to be every other Sunday since we're meeting in person and for a longer amount of time. And so this Sunday, we don't have a Zoom meeting. Phase 1 begins now, meaning we're starting in person next Wednesday, and then we're starting Bible studies the Sunday after that. So that's really phase 1. And like I said, we're looking forward to moving into phase 2, possibly in a couple of weeks, and then maybe close to around the June 28th date. But we will let you know when that's happening. We'll make it clear. So we look forward, though, to moving on into new phases. So what is phase 2? Phase 2 is going to be a continuation of SWAT at Smith Park. We're going to continue there throughout the entire summer, even as phases change. So what is going to be different between phase 1 and phase 2? First, we are going to change our time back to regular SWAT time. It's going to go, instead of now from 7 to 8, it will be from 7 until 9 p.m. C-Team and SWAT will move into phase 2 at the same time. And C-Team's time will go back to their regular time from 6:45 to 8:30. So we hope that's helpful, that we're all kind of moving forward at the same time. We are still going to ask you to bring your own lawn chair, and we're still going to huddle around the pavilion and have worship. We're still going to have a message. But the great news about phase 2 is that we will then reintroduce ultimate frisbee, any other minimal contact sports that you want to play, maybe basketball, volleyball, whatever other things you want to do at the park. But those will be reintroduced into SWAT. So we're really looking forward to that phase, getting back to a full time with the high school students, with you guys. And I'm looking forward to Ultimate Frisbee again. So just a few more things. This second phase could last, again, a few weeks, maybe even a month, if we continue to see COVID-19, that risk remain low and not anything major happen. And so this could be, maybe about the month of July, you could think. And again, we'll let you know as we move on, even from phase 2 to phase 3. We're going to continue to have Bible studies during this time. And then SWAT, special events and retreats. During phase 2, this is where our leaders are going to get together and begin planning those events and those retreats. And we might even begin to promote them. But it won't be until phase 3 that these events actually happen. And so that just moves me right into phase 3. Phase 3, we're just going to call it the SWAT new normal. Hopefully it's not going to be too new of a normal, but actually as close as we can, getting back to what it was previously. But the SWAT new normal in phase 3 is we will resume indoor gatherings with SWAT. So on Sunday mornings, we'll be able to have Sunday school again. We'll be able to meet back in the music room come the fall when the new ministry year and the new school year begin. And we'll be able to gather as a normal group in a normal space setting. So that's really the big change. The time's going to stay the same. Bible studies staying the same. And then the other major change is that we will now reintroduce special events and retreats at this time. And so the goal is to really, Lord willing, introduce phase 3 in mid to late July, early August, in order to have both the SWAT grad banquet and the summer retreat happen in a safe but also very celebratory, exciting, fun way. The SWAT grad banquet for the seniors who have registered. We're beginning to look at dates near the end of July. And so, again, SWAT grad banquet is typically on a Wednesday night. So just be looking at the last few Wednesdays of July right now, but we'll let you know a specific date later on. With the summer retreat, we have the weekend of August 7th, 8th, and 9th locked in right now. And we are going to continue to assess and evaluate whether or not it's the wise thing to do to have a retreat or not, but we're really wanting to. We're really going to fight for it and hope that we can do that. And right now we're planning for it to be in early August. So that's really what it looks like going from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3. And really with each phase comes more and more uncertainty because it's farther out in the future. And so if there's anything that we do to change or update our plans, we will let you know. Now, a few questions you might be asking, well, what should my family do during this time? Well, first, if you are comfortable and if you are healthy, we invite you back to SWAT. We want to see you there. We want to see you with your lawn chair. We want to, see you at Bible studies. We want you to just jump right into in-person involvement. We also would like you to review these phases and what we're asking, and to really allow your student to support them and to abide by them, because it's helping our entire group stay healthy. Another question you might have is, well, what happens if someone becomes ill with COVID-19? And we are really looking closely at CDC recommendations for what to do then. Right now, the person who would become ill, they are suggesting a 14-day quarantine. And if there's anybody who's been in close proximity as well, we may even look into asking for people to quarantine as well based off of CDC recommendations. So that will be new territory as we experience it, but we do realize that there are guidelines in place from health professionals, and we will do our best to follow those in order that we can maintain a healthy youth group. So at this point, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me via phone or email. That's going to be on the screen. And also, if you have not yet been a part of our social media group on Facebook, we invite you to join that group. It's called SWAT is our middle name. It's where all the announcements, promotional material, various retreat photos, things like that, all the fun and all the info is happening on Facebook. We also have Instagram. It's called SWAT CBC. We do share more information on that, but that's more of a photo-based ministry there. So we encourage you to hop on Facebook for more details. Also, today, this video, it's being posted on social media and email. If you did not get the email and are wanting to receive the email, please let me know and I can send that to you as well. Well, I appreciate your patience in listening to this huge plan. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. It is a little bit different than C-Team, but we're going to be moving forward with both of our plans at the same time. I really look forward to seeing you all. I'm so thankful for you all. I'm excited for in-person ministry, and I hope you guys are too. So everybody, have a great beginning to your summer. We'll see you soon.